got it. Come on.
I'm trying an experiment. I'm going to try and make OSB beautiful. Yes, you heard me right. The humble sheet of OSB is going to be beautified. Welcome to Steve Bell Creates. This video is sponsored by PCBware. More about them later. So I'm going to make a floor lamp, which consists of a mounted box and some fancy legs. I'm breaking down the OSB using the track saw, and I've changed the blade to a 60 tooth blade because I'm really worried that it's going to splinter and chip. The same with the table saw. I've changed the blade to a 100 tooth blade, so hopefully I get a finer cut, again with no chips. So with the table saw blade tilted to 45 degrees, it's time to put a mitre on all the edges of the box. So I want to drill some holes in the side of the lamp to let some light come through, and I could spend my time with a pencil, a ruler and a tape measure and mark it all out really accurately, but I tend to get those things wrong and mess it up, and I've only got a certain amount of OSB left. So to solve that problem and to help myself, I made myself a drilling guide on my laser. And that leads us nicely on to the sponsor of today's video, PCBware. PCBware are mainly known for prototyping and manufacturing PCBs. But they also do CNC milling and 3D printing. So if you have a design that you want 3D printed or CNC'd, you can upload your CAD file to the website and have them make it and deliver it for you. They let you choose from different materials and colours, and you can even specify the finish that you want. PCBware has really fast delivery times, and if you want a PCB, you can even get it within the day. And with a 24-hour customer service, PCBware is there to help you with your questions. There's a link to PCBware's website in the description, so thanks PCBware, and let's get on with the build. So after drilling all the holes, it was onto some sanding. I don't know what they put on OSB, but there's like an oily, waxy finish, so I needed the sanding off before I could put any sort of treatments on it. So the first stage of the beautification process was to spray the OSB black. I want the black paint to get into the grain of the OSB. Does OSB have grain? Well, you know what I mean, in between all the chips, so that when I sand it off, we've got some definition and outline of all the chips. This is future Steve talking now. Steve, you're putting too much paint on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop putting all that paint on. Oh, not more paint. Stop it. What's that? You're going to regret doing this, sunshine. Oh, yeah, just put some more over there. That needs it, doesn't it? Put the tin down. Oh, thank goodness for that. So, having ignored future Steve's advice, I started sanding, which was a complete nightmare. I started with 80 grit on the random orbit sander, and progress was slow, the pads kept clogging up, and there was no sign of any improvement. To be honest with you, I was getting really frustrated, so I broke out the old Makita belt sander and attacked it with that. I was worried that it was going to chip out badly, but it did really good.
Okay, well, that was 2.5 hours of my life I'm not getting back, but remind me next time, if there is a next time, not to put too much paint on in the first place. That was a big mistake. But they've sanded up really good. It's taken a while, but I'm really pleased with the effect that I've got. I've got the different tones, and we've got the black in between, which looks really good. I just want to say, I'm not in any way affiliated with Merca, but this thing has been fantastic. It's done a fantastic job, it's worked really hard, and it's been no problem at all. My hands feel fine, no vibrations. And where's he gone? This little Makita baby, he's done fantastic. And with the dust extraction on and the shock vac, He worked great, there was hardly any dust at all. Fantastic. So again, no way affiliated with these guys, but this is a great little tool. I need to use this more often. We've burnt through plenty of sandpaper, as you can see, but it's all been worth it. So the next step is to add some colour. Hey, let's have a go at that then. And I'm going to use a wood dye. I've never used wood dyes very much, and this is the stuff I'm going to use. I've never used this before either, and it's Little Fur's wood dye, and it's called Christmas Green, which is very appropriate, don't you think, since it's almost Christmas. Anyway, let's see how this goes.
The green wood dye went on really easy with a brush, and I gave both the inside and the outside 3 coats, which gave me a green colour that I was really happy with. Once the wood dye had dried, I gave the inside of the lamp 3 coats of Little Fur's extra strong satin water-based varnish. I did this now because I won't be able to apply this once the lamp's glued together. I just used masking tape to hold the miters together, and I was really careful about wiping away excess glue. So the next day, I ever so carefully removed the masking tape. I was really frightened I might pull a chip away or pull some fibres off, but actually it worked out really good. After giving the box a light sand, I applied another coat of the Little Fur's Christmas Green wood dye, and boy, this thing starts to sing. While the wood dry was dying, I set about making a stand, and here I'm cutting some legs from a scrap piece of maple that I had. Again, using a template, I'm drawing around the template onto the legs, then I can cut all the angles so we've got a lovely shaped leg. I made myself a sled out of some scrap MDF and plywood. I could then line up the pencil marks on the edge of the sled and cut the angles on the leg. By rearranging the stop blocks on the sled, I was able to cut all the angles for the legs. I'm marking up the legs for some dominoes, but you could use dowels. I'd cut the cross members with half laps off camera. After using glue and dominoes, I used the offcuts from the table saw to help me get some stable clamping pressure. And then it was time to give the outside of the lamp 3 coats of Little Fur's extra strong water-based satin varnish. And man, I am so happy. It looks luxurious. I don't know if that's a word, but when it's finished, it looks totally luxurious. With the base all out the clamps and dry, it was time for some finish. I first used Rubio Monocoat Intense Black Pre-Colour, rub it on and let it dry. Once it was dried, I used Rubio Monocoat Oil Plus 2C in charcoal. Again, rub it on, rub it off.
Okay, so we're getting near the finishing line now. We've got the base, which is looking good. We've got the main body of the lamp, which is looking very good, if you don't mind me saying. Now, some of you may be wondering what I'm going to use as a light source. And being a true Yorkshireman who doesn't want to spend any money or as little money as possible, this lamp is going to replace a lamp in the hallway in our house. So this was a light fitting that belonged to the lamp in the house. It's got these little prongs on the bottom, and I've drilled some holes on the inside of the box there for these to fit into, and so it'll hold the lamp up like that. As for a light source, again, no money has been spent. The existing lamp had a hue bulb in it, so the hue bulb is going to go inside there. So I'll put it all together and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I set out to try and make OSB beautiful, and I think I've achieved that. It looks fantastic. I'm over the moon with how it's turned out. I love the colour, I love the depth of colour, I love the feel of it. It just feels luxurious. It looks luxurious. I don't know whether that's a word or not, but it's a word we're going to use. I can see lots of applications for this. It would make great panels for cabinet doors, perhaps even a cheeky little cocktail cabinet. Great for drawer fronts, inlays. The possibilities are endless. So I've had a great time making this. I'm really pleased with the lamp. It looks great in the hallway. It's just what we wanted. I did make a big mistake in making this lamp, and if you've noticed it in the video, please leave a comment below. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time, and I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers, bye.